This broadcast of the We Up Elite Summer League is produced by TecGym Sports. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. We'd like to thank our generous sponsors: We Up Elite, Spalding Sugar House, Ballard Hobart American Legion, Post 36, A Simple Love, VT, JB Property Management, Zanette Building and Remodeling, Bactaw Black Asphalt Services, plus Robert and Sandra TATRO, and also Andy and Pollyanna BLADYKA. We'd also like to thank our community partners: Fact TV, Okemo Valley TV, Claremont Community Television, and Brattleboro Community Television. Highlights of teams and players can be ordered at techgym.net/film/highlights. You can also use that page to request that we follow your team or player. We would also like to thank the community members who have volunteered and donated, making this service possible. If you would like to have continued coverage of local sports, please consider making a tax-deductible gift at techgym.net/support. As always, we'd like to thank all the players, coaches, officials, staff, and fans for supporting local sports. Enjoy the game.
Okay, welcome everybody to this Wednesday night boys varsity matchup of We Up Summer League here on TecGym Sports. There's Mateen Goltigan for a three. This game's well underway now. Here comes Salzman, driving hard to the basket. Salzman fighting hard. He's going to end up with the ball out. Finds Terrio, saves it just from going out of bounds. Here's Salzman under the hoop, but there's three We Up players there. Cosby finds Martinez hard under the hoop. Martinez to Goltigan. Here's Martinez for the short floater, and that one's good. Nice work there by the junior from Springfield. And Elvis LaValle's going to swat that one away. Good defensive effort by the junior from Woodstock. Here's Kramer. No. LaValle fires. Just about an inch too long. Here's Stagner now. And JP Stagner hits for three. Bit of ball movement there by the Green Giants. Salzman goes up with it, but it's a little over. Here's Cosby. Oh, right around. Cosby sporting the new black version of the We Up jersey. Nice grab there by Mateen Goltigan. Took it right away from Ferguson, and he drew the foul on the way through. Good work there by the sophomore from Springfield. And here comes LaValle. There's Goltigan. Good work there, but it's roped in by Terrio. Terrio gets by Cosby. Finds Andrew Gagne under the hoop for two. Here's LaValle now. Cosby gives to Martinez, back to LaValle for three. And Elvis LaValle's on the board. And if you're the Green Giants, the last thing you want to see is Elvis LaValle start to get hot. This Woodstock Jr. can hit from just about anywhere on the court. Good defensive effort there by Stagner, but I believe he's going to give up the foul. Good take there by Gavin Salzman, the junior from MSJ. Here's Salzman again. Going to try to go around Stagner. Didn't get it. And Cosby's going to be fouled before he gets a chance for the fast break. Number one's a speedster. The last thing they want to see is him racing down the court all alone. As Cosby's fouled, trying to get around Gagne. It's going to be on the floor. And here's Goltigan again to start things off from the sideline. Mateen Goltigan seems to get taller every single day. Salzman through traffic somehow gets it up. No call there, and Salzman can't believe it. He thought for sure he was fouled on the way through. Nice pull-up jumper there by Cosby. And that's only the second score so far for We Up. Here's Terrio for three, in and out. Reeled in by Goltigan. And here comes Mateen. Changing up. Wait, do I have the scores backwards? I might. We're going to have to watch the next score and see which side it goes on. It might very well be that the scores are reversed. Let's see what happens on the next points. Sorry about that, folks. Cosby now getting around Gagne. Nice finish there. And a bit of a volleyball bump there. I think that's Jacob Lambert. Jaden Paul in the game now. Here's Terrio for the three-point attempt, no good. Here's Lavalley. Lavalley fires. Paul goes up into contact, and that one's swatted away by Salzman. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we had the scores wrong here. The scores reversed. We're going to go ahead and swap them. If we're wrong, we can always swap them back. Cosby thinks about 3, gives to Stagner. Turnaround jumper is good. And JP Stagner putting on a clinic tonight. Here's Salzman, thinks about 3. Here comes some subs. Here's Carson Laughlin in for Salzman. Laughlin fires 3. Just off. There's Lambert again. He had the bump a few minutes ago, and there's the spike. I wonder if this kid plays volleyball. Nice pass there from Cosby. Kelly tries to work his way to the basket, but he's going to be fouled on his way through. Here's Kelly for 3. Good. And Ollie Kelly on the board. I think that was Erickson with a 3-point attempt. This shot reeled in by Jaden Paul. Gets by Lambert. Still going. Another man to beat. Tries to give to Cosby. But it's a little too tight. Kicks out to Martinez, who's going to try the middle. Here's Cosby for 3. Hits the front of the rim. Terrio comes up with it. And is that going to be a timeout? It is. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back in a few minutes. Okay, here we go. Green Giants starting off with the ball. Down by 14. They need to get something going here. Here's Laughlin into Lambert. Lambert kicks out to Ferguson, who's going to take it in. Smooth finish there by Evan Ferguson. And the junior from MSJ. Woo! And Cosby's going to catch one to the face on his way through, or maybe to the hand. And he's been having some trouble with that hand for the last week or so. Looks like he took a shot. Ferguson apologizes. And now Jameer Cosby at the line. Martinez now, telling his cousin he's got to make those. Talking up the official as he always does. And here's Ferguson. Erickson now finds Terrio after Streeter almost intercepted it. Here's Ferguson for three. In and out. Here's Ollie Kelly now. Sporting the black tank. 3-point attempt just a little long. Streeter now facing a lot of contact from Laughlin. And here's Elvis. Elvis LaValle with a sweet mid-range jumper. Brings this lead up to 14 now. Streeter gets in the way of that one, but it still ends up green. And that shot's going to be tipped out on Gray. So here come the Green Giants with a chance from the baseline. Let's see what Coach Lambert has for him. Nice easy bucket there by Ferguson. Wasn't even really any attempted defense on that one. Here's LaValle now. Kicks out to Cosby, who tries to send it back to Martinez, but they can't reel it in. Good idea there by Gray. Oh, looks like it must have been knocked out of bounds by Green. Nice grab there by Goltigan. Here's LaValle for three. That was a tough shot as his momentum was going right. He had to try to compensate for that one. Here's Ferguson. Gives to Erickson for two. Good finish underneath. Oh no, that's Odin Kramer. Beautiful take there by Mateen. As Goltigan adds two more. Steal by Jaden Paul. He's going to put it up left-handed almost. And Martinez tried to come down with that, but lost it out of bounds. LaValle fakes three. Sizing up Ferguson here. Looking for a pass inside, decides to give it to the far. Here's LaValle again. LaValle doesn't get there, but here's a chance for Martinez. Here's Goltigan now. Tries to get by Lambert, but Lambert with the quick hands forces it out of bounds. And Jacob Lambert been playing pretty good defense tonight. There's Paul through contact. No call there. Here's Ferguson for three, just off. And Odin Kramer puts that one back. Here's LaValle again, finds Paul in the corner. Paul trying to get around. Here's Goltigan for three. You bet. And Jameer Goltigan. So many ways he can finish. Ferguson, nice one off the glass. It's an 11-point lead here for We Up. Martinez fires for three, just off the front of the rim. half a step more forward, and that one was in. Attempt there by Laughlin. There's a little bit of contact on Laughlin as he shot that, but no call. Maybe it was after he shot it. Here's Laughlin now. Good block there by Stagner. Here's Lambert to Laughlin again. That three just an inch too far. Hits the back of the rim. Here's Martinez weaving through traffic. Here's LaValle taking his time now, no rush. Fires very deep. And here's Odin Kramer with a head of steam. Good job by Elvis to get in the way there. Keep Kramer from getting to the rim. Here's Cosby now. On the move. Nice sidestep. And as he goes up with it, he's hit, knocked down. And Jameer Cosby returns to the line. We up now, still up by 11. With just over 3 minutes left in the half. Cosby's first one didn't go. He'd like to get this one. And Cosby's second shot will land. That makes a 12-point lead for We Up Gray. Here's Ferguson, thinks about three and lets it go. Just off. That hesitation might have cost him on that one. There's Martinez, just short. Here comes Odin Kramer. Trying to get there, but it's tough defense by a couple of We Up players. Nice get ahead to Martinez, who goes just a little too hard. And there's Loudly with good touch from the middle. LaValle, sorry. Kramer finds Salzman now, back in the game. Salzman trying to get inside. Good defense by Martinez. Here comes Gagne. No, Goyette, sorry. Nice assist from Jameer Cosby to Mateen Goltigan. Sweet finish and one more. I apologize. I think for a couple games now, I've been calling Andrew Goyette Gagne. We'll try to get it right from here on out. Here's Ferguson now right into traffic. Nice get ahead pass to Streeter from Kelly. But Gavin Salzman turns on the boost to swat that one away. Here's Jaden Paul now. The Springfield junior, ready to set things off from the baseline. There's Kelly. Here's Kramer now. Cosby trying to draw the charge, doesn't get it. Here comes Elvis on the move. Finds Cosby underneath. Back to Elvis. And that one's in. Good teamwork there. Zistro developed a good amount of chemistry over the years. Ferguson almost goes. Tries to get his own rebound. He does. Stolen away by Kelly. There's Paul now, decides to reset. Thinks about the shot, finds Cosby. Cosby to Streeter, who had a minute, but that closed up quick. Nice assist by Streeter to Cosby, but the shot is in and out. Good work there by Andrew Goyette, weaving through traffic, but the ball was knocked out of his hands on the way up. And that's going to be green ball on the baseline. There's Evan Ferguson to finish. And here's Streeter. Oh, in and out. Okay, so as we head into halftime, we up the lead, up 32 to 16 over the Green Giants. Let's see what coaches can draw up in the halftime. Coach Lambert obviously going to be trying to make something happen for the Giants. We up the lead, got to feel pretty good going into halftime on this one. Thanks for watching this Wednesday night boys varsity matchup on TecGym Sports of the We Up Summer League. I'm Will Cimino. We're back in a few.
This broadcast of the We Up Elite Summer League is produced by TecGym Sports. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. We'd like to thank our generous sponsors: We Up Elite, Spalding Sugar House, Ballard Hobart American Legion, Post 36, A Simple Love, VT, JB Property Management, Sonnet Building and Remodeling, Bactaw Black Asphalt Services, plus Robert and Sandra TATRO, and also Andy and Pollyanna BLADYKA. We'd also like to thank our community partners: Fact TV, Okemo Valley TV, Claremont Community Television, and Brattleboro Community Television. Highlights of teams and players can be ordered at techgym.net/film/highlights. You can also use that page to request that we follow your team or player. We would also like to thank the community members who have volunteered and donated, making this service possible. If you would like to have continued coverage of local sports, please consider making a tax-deductible gift at techgym.net/support. As always, we'd like to thank all the players, coaches, officials, staff, and fans for supporting local sports. Enjoy the game. This broadcast of the We Up Elite Summer League is produced by TecGym Sports. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. We'd like to thank our generous sponsors: We Up Elite, Spalding Sugar House, Ballard Hobart American Legion, Post 36, A Simple Love, VT, JB Property Management, Sonnet Building and Remodeling, Bactaw Black Asphalt Services, plus Robert and Sandra TATRO, and also Andy and Pollyanna BLADYKA. We'd also like to thank our community partners: Fact TV, Okemo Valley TV, Claremont Community Television, and Brattleboro Community Television. Highlights of teams and players can be ordered.
Okay, we're back now in this second half. And I didn't notice earlier, but they've got the elder James Goltigan, who usually plays, but he looks like he's out with injury as he's on a pair of crutches. And Salzman's three-pointer will land. He's been looking for that one. And a wide open lane for Josiah Martinez. And he takes advantage. Quite the opposite for Gavin Salzman, who had to fight for every inch to get inside there and ended up drawing the foul. So Salzman, the junior from MSJ now, at the line for two. First one just bounces out. And the second one bounces in. Green Giants now to 20. Still trailing by 14 against a very good We Up Gray. Here's Goltigan now. Thinks about three. Decides to drive. Kicks out to Stagner for a wide open three-pointer. And Stagner just about automatic now behind the line. Here's Salzman trying to get in. The slap by Martinez went right through the ball. He says it was all ball, but they're going to hit him with a foul. So Salzman returns to the line for two more. Guess maybe hit a little beyond the wrist, says the officials. And Salzman's second shot is good. Here's Cosby for three, in and out. And here's Salzman again. Finds Kramer on the move. Kramer kicks to Terrio. Back to Salzman, who's going to reset from the top. Salzman fires deep. Just off. And here's Terrio for three. Swish. And Brandon Terrio. The senior from MSJ. Lighten things up outside. Here comes Salzman again. Tries to lay that one in, but not quite. LaValle gets ahead. And there's Cosby off an assist from Goltigan. Good teamwork there by We Up Gray. There's Terrio for three, in and out. And Martinez gets away with it. Saved by Goltigan. Here's LaValle for three. Oh, just off the back of the rim. And here's Stagner. That one a little off. As is the rebound by Martinez. Cosby now has a chance. Thank you. Appreciate it. And Cosby goes flying. He's asking for the tech. He doesn't like it. Didn't seem intentional to the official, though. Here's Elvis now to Mateen, who drives baseline and gets the shot. I think the whistle blew before he went up for it, though. That foul is going to be on the floor. Here's Goltigan now. Driving through the middle. Gets most of the way there before running into a green giant. Here's Kramer, cut off by Martinez. Ferguson back to Kramer. Trying to get reset underneath, and he does. There's Kramer up against a couple of great players and finishes strong. LaValle with the fake pass. Some people thought it might have been a carry, but I don't think so. And neither did the officials. Stagner got another one there. And here comes Terrio. Just a little off. Nice save though by Goyette. But it's going to come up gray. And here's Mateen Goltigan working his way inside. Nice spin move. Just a little short on the lay though. There's Cosby for the floater, and it's in off the bounce. Good take there by the sophomore from Springfield. Jameer Cosby now playing tight defense against Kramer. And in flies Martinez to help out with a trap, but he might have banged into him. They're going to call it a block. Martinez didn't like it. Here comes LaValle. Get ahead to, oh, Goltigan. Nice layup, but just over. And he'll help up Cosby. Okay, we up a lead with a comfortable lead now on a hot Wednesday night in Ludlow. Finds Cosby on the move. Here's Paul for three, just off. Very close. If he had a step, quarter step more into that one, would have landed. Nice swat by J.P. Stagner, and he'll get a chance to finish after a nice assist by Goltigan. It's only right, you get a steal like that, you get to bring it home. .20 lead now by We Up Elite. You got to hand it to these Green Giants. 3 of their players are on their 3rd game in a row now as they jumped in to help out We Up White in their last game. Thankfully, they have a few subs. There's LaValle for 3. And the Woodstock Jr. starting to heat up now. Here comes Goltigan with a head of steam. Good work there to protect the ball on his way through for another clean finish. Here comes Ferguson. Trying to do the same, but it doesn't land. Thankfully, he'll get a little help from Odin Kramer. Here's Jameer Cosby. Spins around Kramer. Tries to go up the other side. But that's a beanstalk he couldn't quite climb. He will draw the foul, though. Cosby's first shot is good. Jameer Cosby, so consistent at the line. Both of these are in. Good work there by the sophomore from Springfield. Ferguson almost loses it, but reels it in. And Evan Ferguson now take to the inside. Tough finish. Good work there by the junior from MSJ. LaValle fires deep. Just a couple inches off, and here comes Kramer for 3, just off. Wheeled in by Paul. Jaden Paul now, the Springfield junior. Here comes Stagner. That layup looked a little off balance, but he was able to force it in as he had to lean back to protect that ball. Kelly takes one to the face. Here's Elvis for three. And here's Carson Lofton now. Gives to Terrio. Tries the three, but it's not there. Here's Kelly with the rebound. Kelly fires for three. Oh, just off. And here's Ferguson now on the move. Going to try to get through LaValle. Spins around and hits it off the glass. Nice work there by Evan Ferguson. Here's LaValle to Kelly all alone in the corner. Steps through. No one to stop him. And there's a nice finish by the Springfield senior. Cosby almost stole that one away. Terrio went up for it and missed. Hey, nice three-pointer there by number 3, Carson Laughlin. Here's Stagner. Takes it through. Doesn't get there. Lambert's drive. Got his pocket picked by Jameer Cosby. And that ball goes out of bounds. Green Giants down the baseline. Laughlin all alone, but the layup doesn't go. But Laughlin was there to finish. Jaden Paul, nice looking layup there, but doesn't quite land. Cosby there, fighting for it with Lambert. That jump ball, they're going to want to clean the floor here. So here's Streeter now on the baseline. Finds Golt again, who gives to Martinez. Here's Martinez on the drive. Pulls it back for the turnaround jumper. And Josiah Martinez tells him to be quiet. You knew I could do that. Here's Martinez again on the fast break, but has it stolen away. Salzman on the move. Oh! Went right up under the basket, went down hard and looked up like he wanted the foul, but there's no call. Here's Martinez for three. Just off, reeled in by Kramer. Owen Kramer with the bomb. A little over the head of Salzman. .22 lead here. But you wouldn't know it from the way these two teams are going at it. Got to hand it to the Green Giants here. Doing a good job of forgetting about the score and just taking it one play at a time. Hey, good take there by Jacob Lambert. Streeter's shot way off. Good attempt there by the sophomore. So he gets a little bit of encouragement by Carson Lofton. Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't Lambert, that was Lofton on that last one. Being a good sport to Streeter. Here's Salzman for three. Oh, just off the front of the rim. And here comes Elvis. Swatted away by Salzman. Elvis now sizing up Ferguson, lets it fly. Just a little off. Here comes Andrew Goyette to Lofton. Sizing up Streeter here. Streeter trying to stay with him. Good defensive effort there by the sophomore. But a beautiful finish there by Andrew Goyette. Long ball from Martinez, just a little bit too long. Here's Martinez now trying to stop Lofton, but he can't. Lofton gets by him with a nice reverse. Here's the Valley for the mid-range jumper. Smooth. Lofton now fighting his way out and gets that one. Lofton now having a good game. Loftlin. Okay, we got another timeout. We'll see you back in a few minutes. Oh no, that wasn't a timeout at all. Here's Cosby flying to the rim. Doesn't get it though. Here comes Salzman for three. Carter Streeter got in front of that one. Here's Terrio for three. Good. Brandon Terrio hits another one. Good take there by Jameer Cosby as he faked the pass and went on his way through. Lay that one in. We're going to reset here with Terrio and Goyette. Here comes Goyette now. Resetting at the top. Fighting his way through, and they're going to call the foul, I believe, on Jaden Paul. Nice shot there by Goyette. This one reeled in by Streeter. Give to Cosby with some quick moves. Pass it around. Here comes Gold again with a nice layup. And an easy finish. Giants now might be a little bit worn out. Not playing quite the same defense they were a few minutes ago. Salzman, with just over 3 minutes left, finds Terrio underneath, and Terrio with a quick layup. Here comes Goltigan on the move. Stops and decides to reset. Stagner shot just a little bit off. Here comes Erickson. Goltigan now with the rebound. On the move, he's going to go. Oh, but he's pushed from behind. And Goltigan goes down hard, but Laughlin says, no hard feelings, man. I didn't mean it. Helps him right back up. Good sportsmanship. Here's Cosby now in the corner. Jab, spin, and a shot. Here's Terrio for three, no good. Cosby gets the rebound. Cosby on the move now. Nice give to Paul. And Jaden Paul. Good finish after that. Nice assist from Cosby. Oh. Goyette was on the move. A little bit of a miscue with Erickson though, as they were both trying to pick the same spot. And there's JP Stagner throwing it down, as he often will. Here's Terrio. Here comes Golt again. Trying to add a little bit more with just over a minute left. Kicks out to Paul. Paul gonna drive. Nice layup, but it just bounces out. Saved by Cosby. Three from the corner. Boom! And Jameer Cosby with a steal after the shot. There's Golt again through traffic. Golt again with the under and up. Laughlin tried to go up through LaValle and drew the foul. Here's Laughlin now. No dice on the first one. Second one's good. Well, great performance tonight by We Up Elite. But you got to hand it to these Green Giants, staying with it all the way to the end. LaValle took a turn at the half-court shot. Just trying to have fun now, as this game's pretty much over. Not much the Giants can do with this one. Oh, they were hoping maybe they'd give him a free look. Here's Terrio, going to finish things off for the three. Not this time. Here's Laughlin. That three will go, and that should end the game right there. Unless they're going to give one more to Stagner. Nope. All right, final score, We Up 73, Green Giants 53. 20-point game, but really entertaining, fun to watch. Good spirited effort on both sides. Thanks everybody for watching this varsity boys matchup on a hot Wednesday night in Ludlow, Vermont for the We Up Summer League. I'm Will Cimino with TecGym Sports. We'll see you again after this for We Up Gray versus We Up White. Thanks for watching.
This broadcast of the We Up Elite Summer League is produced by TecGym Sports. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. We'd like to thank our generous sponsors: We Up Elite, Spalding Sugar House, Ballard Hobart American Legion, Post 36, A Simple Love, VT, JB Property Management, Sinet Building and Remodeling, Backsaw Black Asphalt Services, plus Robert and Sandra TATRO, and also Andy and Pollyanna BLADYKA. We'd also like to thank our community partners: Fact TV, Okemo Valley TV, Claremont Community Television, and Brattleboro Community Television. Highlights of teams and players can be ordered at techgym.net/film/highlights. You can also use that page to request that we follow your team or player. We would also like to thank the community members who have volunteered and donated, making this service possible. If you would like to have continued coverage of local sports, please consider making a tax-deductible gift at techgym.net/support. As always, we'd like to thank all the players, coaches, officials, staff, and fans for supporting local sports. Enjoy the game.